Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to do something a little bit different because as I mentioned, when it comes to investing, diversification is the key, and therefore we need to focus on diversifying our portfolio, which not only includes having crypto, but it also includes having stocks. And this video is specifically for fellow Canadians out there who are Canadian dividend investors. So I'm a big Canadian dividend investor fan myself, and I believe that everyone must have some form of balance between growth stocks, dividend stocks, as well as crypto, and this also includes NFTs and tokens, right? So we'll be covering a lot more stocks in our channel in the future. So today I'm going to talk about one of the most popular and one of my favorite dividend stocks in Canada, which is Enbridge Inc. So this is one of the most popular pipeline companies in all of Canada, and we'll be talking about this particular company today. You can gather all the information about Enbridge and all the dividends and every other information that you need to know about Enbridge from their website enbridge.com, and you can go to the investment section, investor section, and you can find all the important information that you need. It's one of the most popular and well-established companies. It's pretty much been on a growth streak for 27 years when it comes to dividend growth, which is amazing, and it's one of my favorite stocks, right? So before we talk about Enbridge, I want to talk to you guys about ITRUST Capital. So if you are a resident or citizen of the United States, then ITRUST Capital is a platform for you to use to invest in crypto, gold and silver using your IRA, right? So you can basically use ITRUST Capital to buy and sell crypto 24/7 in tax advantage IRAs. So if you go to their website, which is itrustcapital.com, and search for their information while you're doing your research, you can find their pricing information. And if you look at their pricing information, you can first of all see that they have some of the most transparent pricing mechanisms in place of all the crypto space. And this includes a monthly free account where you have to pay literally $0 for holding a personal account, which is amazing. And you don't have to worry about any monthly fee or any form of hidden fees or anything like that. They also charge some of the lowest transaction fees of any platform in crypto, which includes a 1% transaction fee for cryptocurrencies, $50 over spot per ounce for gold, and $2.50 over spot per ounce for silver, right? So when you create an ITRUST Capital account, not only will you get some of the lowest transaction fees and a free account, you will also basically benefit by them facilitating the transfer, rollover or contribution to fund your IRA. They provide all necessary IRS and tax reporting. They also provide you with unlimited storage with institutional custody partners, along with providing you with the support and maintenance that's needed for your account. And all of this is done at no additional or hidden account fees, right? So that's pretty crazy if you ask me. And if you scroll further below, they have videos about pricing and fee mechanisms that we discussed right now. They provide more detailed questions and information for you to look into, as well as they provide you information about how you can do in-kind transfers as well, right? So if you scroll further below, you have FAQ section, which will help you understand more about what ITRUST Capital does and how you can benefit directly from it, right? And if you use the link in the description and set up an account with a minimum of $1,000, you can basically get a $10 welcome bonus, plus all the benefits that we've discussed so far, along with the fact that you can basically start planning for your retirement by using the tax advantaged IRAs for your crypto through ITRUST Capital, right? So you get some of the best benefits as well as a solid plan for retirement through your IRA. So this is only available for the residents or citizens of the United States. So please bear in mind, and by using the link in the description to set up your ITRUST Capital account, you are also supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank in advance. So going back to the company of Enbridge, so if you go to Google Finance, this is the information that I'm using. You can first of all see the chart. Enbridge has been one of the best performing companies out there. But before I talk about Enbridge, I want to quickly go through the about section for Enbridge just to give you guys an overview of what this company is. A lot of Canadian investors might already know this information, so if you already are investing in Enbridge, or if you know about Enbridge, then this particular section you can kind of skip. I'll tell you some of my price predictions in the future as well, as how you can directly benefit from Enbridge with your retirement, as well as with some of the most consistent dividends that you can get, right? So Enbridge Inc. is a multinational pipeline company headquartered in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So it is a pipeline company which is based in Calgary, Alberta, and it owns and operates pipelines through Canada and the United States, transporting crude oil, natural gas, and natural gas liquids. So again, being a pipeline company, they do focus on transporting crude oil, natural gas, and natural gas liquids across Canada and the United States. Enbridge's pipeline system is the longest in North America, so they are actually the longest pipeline system in all of North America, which is pretty crazy. And its crude oil system consists of 27,500 kilometers of pipelines. Its 38,300 kilometers of natural gas pipeline system connects multiple Canadian provinces, several US states, and the Gulf of Mexico. So as you can see, this is a giant when it comes to the pipeline space, and it's one of the biggest companies in all of North America, right? So over time, it has grown through acquisition of other existing pipeline companies and the expansion of their projects. So they have, over the course of time, acquired multiple other pipeline companies and merged them with them to only grow even further. And between 2012 and 2021, Enbridge transported over 32 billion barrels of crude oil. So again, these are definitely astounding numbers, but at the same time, it's kind of expected of a company like Enbridge because it's a high caliber company, which definitely is something that a lot of dividend investors should have in their portfolio if they already don't have it, right? So Enbridge has built several renewable energy projects in North America and Europe in recent years and has proposed a net zero greenhouse gas emission target for 2050. So they're definitely understanding the trend that's happening in the global space right now. People are trying to move away from fossil fuels and get into the renewable energy business. This is obviously the case for Enbridge as well, and they are trying to slowly phase out their greenhouse gas emissions, and they're trying to completely be carbon neutral by 2050, right? So Enbridge is 144th on the 2022 Forbes Global 2000 rankings and 418th on the 2022 Fortune Global 500 list. So they're definitely one of the top ranking companies worldwide. So Enbridge has been responsible for several oil spills, including an oil spill in Line 3, which is the largest inland oil spill in the United States. So obviously there are certain things that you need to understand. While they are a big company, they have also been responsible for some natural calamities as well, which includes environmental disasters such as oil spill that happened on Line 3. You can read more about that in the wiki page here, but obviously there's a lot to this company than we know. So when it comes to a company standpoint, here are the information here. So they are a very cash flow positive company. Their net income as of March 2022 has been $2.03 billion. Again, all the numbers are in CAD or Canadian dollars, and they've increased, their net income has increased of about 1.86% year to year, and the cash from operations is $2.94 billion, which has increased substantially, like 14.63% increase. The cash from investing has kind of been lower. It has increased year to year from up to 32.69%, but as of March 2022, it's been in the negative $1.32 billion mark, and cash from financing is negative $1.48 billion mark. It is significantly decreased from year to year, which is at about minus 162.48%. So that, as you can see, although most numbers have increased, most figures have increased, the cash from financing has definitely decreased. So they are trying to reduce the cash from financing standpoint and are trying to obviously focus more on investing. Net change in cash has increased as well, and free cash flow has increased as well year to year, right? So these are some great numbers out there. So if you look at the cash flow, you can clearly see that although they were hit mildly, mostly severely during the peak of the COVID period, they have recovered throughout 2021, and if you see, December 2021 was when they had the biggest impact, but they have recovered when it comes to cash flow. as of March 2022, and they are having more than $100 million in cash flow as of March 2022, right? So you can also find the figures for annual numbers, which overall they have pretty much done well since 2017, and 2020 obviously has been the year which is kind of like the black swan event for all the stocks and all the companies out there in the Western and the Eastern world. So Enbridge also was affected severely, but 2021 and I think 2022 currently they have recovered significantly, and now they're doing very well when it comes to share price as well as the dividend yield, right? So when it comes to the main numbers, if you see here the balance sheet, here you can see the total assets and total liabilities. So they do have about $100 billion in liabilities as of 2021, and more than $150 billion in total assets. So they are kind of like one of the better companies out there that are quite balanced with regards to total assets versus total liabilities, right? So you can find some of the key numbers here when it comes to short-term as well as cash investments, total assets and liabilities, and how it has changed from year to year. And you can see some of the other numbers which are as of 2021 figures. You can see the price to book ratio as well as return on assets and return on capital percentage as well, right? So if you scroll towards the top, you can also find income statements. They have made a considerable amount of revenue in the past in the past year. Obviously, it's nothing compared to the 2019 levels, but it's still getting up there, right? So the net income has also increased considerably since 2020, and they are continuing to make more money in 2022 as well. Their revenue has also the revenue, operating expense as well as net income has increased year to year. Their operating expense has actually increased only 0.84%, but if you see, the net income has increased 84.03% from year to year from the previous year, which is pretty remarkable. And if you see, their net profit margin has also substantially increased to about 52.91%. So these are really great numbers. Their EBITDA has also increased from it has been increased of about 0.03% year to year as well. So these are some really good numbers that you can see for Enbridge. You can also read some of the most up-to-date news that you can find. Google Finance provides a lot of information broken down, and you can also find a CDP climate change score. They have A-, which is quite good for a pipeline company, and they're obviously, as we mentioned, trying to go carbon neutral by 2050, right? So when it comes to the share price, which is the most important information now, you can basically see that the share price has consistently been increasing since, if you clearly see from the max section onwards, you can clearly see since the day when the stock started trading, it has gone up considerably, and in the recent times due to COVID, it has struggled a big low in the past couple of years, and it has been at a price of about 37.38 Canadian dollars. And if you had purchased the stock at that price point, you'd be sitting at a really comfortable profit right now. Even during its recent all-time high, which was $58.93, the stock has performed extremely well if you had bought it since the COVID crash. But I think people who want to buy the stock right now, they will still see incredible gains in the next 5 to 10 years from now. And again, this is a very strong hold. This is pretty much a stock that you can buy, set and forget, and then you can make passive dividends on a quarterly basis paid out to you directly, and you don't really have to worry about selling the stock, because it's going to give you capital appreciation along with quarterly dividends, right? So much predictable dividend, and it has consistently increased the dividend as well, which is also a great thing, right? So currently the stock is trading at $57.17 Canadian, and if you see, since the past year, the stock has increased 7.86%. So if you had bought this stock exactly a year back, you would still be up 7.86%. So it's pretty cool. And if you see, the stock does have ups and downs, but overall the general trend has been in the upward direction. So you can definitely expect to make some really good capital appreciation on top of the dividend yields as well, right? So if you see, the dividend yield is one of the highest in compared to any stock in the Canadian market, and it is about 6.02%, which is very high. You usually find stocks paying an average of 3 to 4%, Enbridge has consistently paid upwards of 6% dividend yield, which is amazing. Their PE ratio is also quite good, 19.83%, and their average trading volume is also quite good as well. So it seems like a lot of people are starting to notice Enbridge as one of the long-term plays, and people are obviously investing in TFSA these days. So TFSA, if you don't know, it's a tax-free savings account, which is a gift to Canadians. Canadians can basically use TFSA to invest in stocks, as well as ETFs, as well as bonds, in a tax-free manner. So any gains that you make in a TFSA is going to be tax-free, right? So if you are focusing on opening a TFSA account, then Enbridge should be something that you should be focusing on. It's a pretty amazing stock that provides consistent dividends, and the dividend yield also consistently increases as well, right? So the dividend per share price at the time I'm making this video is, if you scroll further below, you can see that number at the bottom somewhere. So you can find that information. I think it's about 83 cents per share. So that information will be available here somewhere. So you can go to stock, and then you can click on the dividend. It should be here. So you can go to their website itself, which will also provide you the dividend information if you can't find it from Google Finance. If you go to their investment center or investment section of Enbridge, you can see that 27-year dividend growth has been consistently high, and now it's it's at its all-time high right now. They have been pretty great when it comes to dividends, and if you see, they pay a quarterly dividend of 86 cents per share. So which translates to about $3.44 per year. So if you hold one share of Enbridge, starting from 2022 January, by end of 2022 you'd be earning $3.44 per share in total, right? So that's pretty great, if you ask me. And instead of having your money sit in a bank account and earning literally 0.01% per year in savings, you can basically invest it in Enbridge and get a really consistent dividend yield, earn 86 cents every quarterly by literally holding on to a stock, and while also earning capital appreciation from Enbridge itself, because it is going to perform extremely well in the future as well, right? And they have a compound annual growth rate of 10%, which is amazing. So if you are trying to fight inflation, there are very few stocks that can do that. Obviously, inflation being upwards of 8% or even more than that, Enbridge currently is only paying 6% yield. But again, once the market condition cools down, as well as the in general economic conditions starts going stable, you can definitely expect Enbridge to be one of the best, or if not the best players to beat inflation, right? So that's pretty much all I have to cover with regards to Enbridge. It's a pretty great stock. I personally love the stock, and I think you guys definitely need to look into it if you don't really if you haven't really heard about Enbridge, or if you don't really know what Enbridge is, right? And at the same time, if you want to buy in Enbridge, you definitely need to have a good broker. Wealthsimple is definitely a good broker for buying stocks. You can basically buy Canadian stocks for free. You can also use Questrade. So I'll leave my referral link in the description for you guys to get some sign up bonus. So if you don't already have your Wealthsimple or Questrade account set up yet, please use the link in the description to set up, and obviously you will get sign up bonuses, which will also be available in the description, right? So we'll cover more Canadian as well as worldly stocks in our upcoming videos, apart from just crypto, right? So if you definitely like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.